Hi, it's Conor Svensson here, founder and CEO of Web3 Labs, and this is your week in NFTs on Monday, the 8th of November 2021. Key events this week include NFTs taking over New York City, SoftBank leading a $93 million round in the Sandbox, Huobi trials an NFT marketplace, Quentin Tarantino's to auction Pulp Fiction NFTs, Alava Labs NFT is used as collateral for a $1.4 million loan. Unfortunately, our metrics provider was down at the point of recording this, but I'm sure they'll be back next week, so hopefully you can get by 1 week without our update there. But it's certainly been a good week for NFTs. This week we saw the NFT New York City conference, or NFT.NYC, which was first held in 2019. Because of what's been happening in NFTs, there was just crazy demand for attendance, with tickets massively oversubscribed. Off the back of this, there was 15 different NFT themed billboards in Times Square. So for those of you who are on Twitter, or would have seen like it going crazy with these photos people had been taking, these NFT adverts that were up all around Times Square there. It was pretty cool to see. But it was basically a big get together of innovation, and everyone there talking about the possibilities of the technology, because we really are at this place where it's just gone bonkers in the last year. Whether this was a driver to ETH hitting a new all-time high this week, who knows? But it certainly does seem to play well into that, given that Ethereum's still the main platform for NFTs. The Hong Kong-based gaming platform, the Sandbox, has raised $93 million round, and this was led by SoftBank's Vision Fund. And so the Sandbox is basically it's a phone app that allows users to create their own universes and inside the game with a number of different elements. What people can do there is that they can add NFTs to the gaming experience, allowing them to monetize their creations on Ethereum. And the Animoca brands who are behind it said that it's had huge growth in the last year, with over 500,000 registered wallets and 12,000 unique landowners. And of course, the funds are going to be used to expand what they can do here, but they're looking beyond actual gaming. And so they want to have this more as an open metaverse rather than just a game there as such. So whether they're looking to compete with the likes of Facebook and Microsoft, who've spoken about their metaverse focus, remains to be seen, but it's definitely one to watch. Huobi Group, who are one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges, they're launching an NFT marketplace following all the other crypto exchanges like Coinbase and Binance, and they've opened up so far a trial which is for Huobi NFT, and it allows people to buy and trade NFT artwork and collectibles across a number of different sectors. So for them anyway, this is like a big step into the sort of metaverse strategy that they have, and they've actually created a $10 million fund to invest in early stage projects as well that are tied in with NFTs too. The Grammy Awards Academy is working with an NFT platform called OneOf to create commemorative NFTs on the Tezos blockchain platform from next year. And so they have a partnership here where they're going to be creating digital collectibles that could commemorate Grammy winners and nominees, and the tokens will have designs by some renowned crypto artists and of course be influenced by the Grammy Awards themselves. One of the people backing this is Quincy Jones, who's won 28 Grammy Awards. An NFT investment firm called Sfermion has announced the funding raise of $100 million, which was backed by a number of notable cryptocurrency investors, including Alan Howard, Chris Dixon, the Winklevoss twins, and Digital Currency Group. And so what they're looking here is to accelerate the decentralized metaverse with their strategic investments. So their first fund was focused on NFTs, and this one's more about the metaverse narrative. And of course, this plays into the NFT market there. Quentin Tarantino is putting 6 uncut, never before seen scenes from Pulp Fiction up for auction. And so they're going to be sold on OpenSea, and these are NFTs of iconic moments from the Pulp Fiction movie, but also includes secret content such as first draft scripts as well, and custom commentary. And so they're being made using Secret Network and put live on Ethereum. And so the Secret Network's being used because it supports public and private data associated with it, and only the token holder can access the private data at any point. Apparently Tarantino is going to sell a 7th NFT as well via an auction house, but this is certainly going to be, I'm sure, a really popular NFT NFT drop, especially when it's such an iconic director and film there. Nike has created a trademark for branding virtual and downloadable goods, apparently, according to Bloomberg. And so what they've basically said is that they want to have digital goods like headwear, eyewear, backpacks, and sports equipment. This isn't the first thing, though, that Nike have done in the Web3 space. Back in 2019, they were granted a patent for cryptographically secure digital assets. And so, where this is going remains to be seen, but I'm sure there's going to be some fun Nike stuff coming out. So also this week, there was a $1.42 million loan, which was actually secured by a NFT. And so this is the largest NFT secured loan that we've actually seen. A number of people have been talking about using NFTs as collateral in the past, but with this specific one, it's the first time we've actually seen one for such a large amount of money being used there. And so no doubt it's going to be an emerging marketplace where people start using NFTs as collateral more and more. Certainly, as we spoke about in our crypto update, Coinbase is doing this now with crypto. So naturally, if people have got very valuable NFTs, it's going to make sense to see that as well. And there's a number of platforms that will be launching to support this. A crypto startup called Mythical Games, who created the Blankos Block Party game, they've announced a $150 million Series C funding round, giving it a unicorn status of $1.25 billion. They've had a number of notable investors here, including Andreessen Horowitz, but also FTX and Binance, but also the NFL too, and Michael Jordan and other famous sports stars too. And so it was only 5 months ago they had their Series B funding round, so definitely another one to keep an eye on. Finally, there's been announced another big fund this week for the metaverse with Enjin, who have an NFT platform. They've created a $100 million Efinity Metaverse Fund to boost their marketplace. And so the idea here is that it's going to be to support developers focusing on the Enjin ecosystem and building it out. So they launched this ecosystem on the Polkadot network back in March, and the key thing, of course, again, it's talking about supporting a big, free, and open metaverse. The metaverse narrative is suddenly going big in the world of NFTs. So this clearly looks like, anyway, a lot of people are laying down their cards as that being the next big area to kind of bet on here. That's all we have for this week in NFTs. If you're interested in key events spanning enterprise blockchain protocols, crypto, or DeFi, do check out our other Week in Blockchain episodes. And if you want to learn more about the people behind the scenes, have a listen to our Blockchain Innovators podcast, where I chat to individuals who've made significant contributions to the blockchain ecosystem, find out what inspires these people, get their thoughts on the latest industry news and events spanning crypto, enterprise protocols, DeFi, NFTs, and DAOs. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.